you guys capable of rebounding from this and winning 2 against this team?
Absolutely. We got a locker room with guys that are champions and guys that have that championship DNA and that mindset. So right now, all we focus on is going home, having an opportunity to defend our home turf, and then coming back here on Sunday and playing the Game 7.
For the second straight game, a lead was given away in the fourth. Is that a fatigue issue? What do you think it is?
It just boils down to a couple of game plan discipline errors and, mistakes that we know are correctable and things that are on us. So it just comes down to having accountability, being able to look yourself in the mirror and understand, that plays have to be made down the stretch.
The way you played, do you think you've earned more minutes?
I mean, that's not up to me to decide. That's ultimately up to the coaching staff. But at the end of the day, I'll be ready for whatever opportunity is given to me. And whatever I could do to help these guys win the game, that's what I'm going to go out there and do.
How hard has it been for you since that injury, kind of falling out of the rotation, to keep your head in the game and stay with it?
I would be lying to you if I said there wasn't days where it was tough. But I got a locker room full of guys that are going to keep uplifting me and, keep, pushing positive messages into my brain. So I just really, really thank the guys for, helping me get through that injury. And like you said, not playing since February has been tough. But, to be able to build myself up to a point where the guys and the coaching staff trust me is huge.
That said, how rewarding was it for you to come in and have an impact and play well today?
It was super rewarding, but ultimately we came here to get a win. It's not about what I did out there. At the end of the day, no one's going to remember a couple baskets or a play here and there. It's a win or loss.
We talked a lot in the last series about how hard it is to close out a team. Now you guys are the ones that are having to make it hard on the Thunder to close you out. What's that going to take?
Like I said earlier, just being disciplined, understanding the game plan, going out there, executing, but at the end of the day, just playing for one another and bringing energy to the game.
Julian Strawther looked confident in his 10 minutes out there. At 3 points, he had a steal, made some very momentum-shifting plays for the Denver Nuggets. How much trust do you have in him? Do you want to see him get more minutes? Tell me your thoughts on Julian Strawther right now.
Well, I think I'll just take this from the standpoint of I'm very happy for him to be able to get minutes in a game like this. Look, his season was gutted out when he got injured, and he was playing fairly well, and he was earning more trust from the coaching staff, and then that all just came to a screeching halt. And then when he got back, the rotations were different. It was very difficult for him to get back into the rotations, and so I'm just happy for him that he is able to get experience in a playoff game. This is not for the faint of heart.
No.
And to go in and contribute in all the ways that you possibly can. His future is really it's really, really bright. So he's just gonna have to take these, I think, as just little steps along the process to learn how to kind of handle himself.
Yeah, Strawther to me is an interesting cat because he's got talent. He's bouncy. He can score. He's the one guy off the bench, or maybe there's two with Westbrook, that can get you 20. He can get you 25. Granted, he's not Alex Caruso on defense, but I don't know if the Nuggets have a lot of Alex Carusos on defense. I would have liked to see Strawther play a little bit more tonight. I'm looking at Michael Porter Jr. He only had 2 points, 1 of 7, and he played a lot, and Westbrook did not have a great game. So I think he doesn't have the experience. He hasn't been in, and then he can score. He can score the basketball. He can make some shots. He hits four threes. Where's this game?
And that little patented floater. Yeah. I think if David Adelman goes back and looks at the film and he decides that maybe fatigue was a thing that he has to now mitigate, I think we'll see more of Strawther in the next game. If he feels that wasn't the case, then this will probably be repeated.
Well, one more thing about Adelman is that one of the things he said, look, I'm going to play the guys that are playing the best down the stretch. And tonight, I think he really had a tough time figuring out who to play down the stretch. I mean, Russ sat a lot of the fourth quarter. Porter was ineffective. Christian Brown did not score. And Strawther, we kind of pointed out that he played okay. So he's probably figuring, well, why didn't I get to play a little bit more? So I'm hoping he does get a chance to play because I have high hopes for this kid.
I think, to your point, if Coach Adelman sees something on film that he likes, he might get a few more minutes. But at this point, it's just you go with guys that have proven that they can do it time and time again. All right, back in OKC, Jamal Murray speaks to the media. He had 28 points tonight.
Jamal, it's 103 apiece after Joker hits the Sombor shuffle. I guess what do you think it came down to there in the final couple minutes after it was even there?
Kind of scrambled right now. I got to go back and watch it. I just thought we gave a couple open shots, though. They hit them, and we didn't execute on the other end, but I got to go back and watch it.
A couple of those possessions, you guys, right after he hits the game-tying three, you guys send two at Shea. He gives it up to Dort. Dort, extra pass to Jalen Williams. He makes the corner three. Next trip down, you guys don't double Shea. He hits a pull-up three. Are those like effort plays, or is it just kind of you got to pick your poison? In terms of whether you're doubling Shea or not?
No, I don't think we was doubling. I think we were just in the zone, and then we didn't rotate accordingly, and then we gave another three. I mean, when they hit shots, it changed the game. So
next, you guys had a 7-point lead on Sunday, didn't close. You had a 9-point lead tonight, weren't able to close. What's been, with the last couple fourth quarters down the stretch, and if you guys are in the same position on Thursday, what do you guys have to do to get to the
better
finish
communicate. I think all around, offense and defense, get to our spots and execute. I felt like we got some good shots at the end. I just felt our defense wasn't up to par. So especially closing minutes of the game. So I think it just comes down to a little bit better execution and not giving up wide open shots, just kind of putting out contests, make them have to do something else or whatever work for it at least. You know what I'm saying? So I think we could just do better in that regard.
They obviously did a great job defending Joker the previous 3 games. What do you think got him back in his normal kind of groove tonight?
I mean, a lot of times they just missed shots, man. I mean, a bad game, he had 26, 10, and 8, and it was like, yeah, he played bad. Like, no, he missed shots. There's a difference. He's still playing. He's still the engine of our offense. He's still coordinating. He's still an anchor on defense. He still does a lot of different things. So, I don't think Yoke should be going through any type of slander when, he's still playing all NBA, MVP, Hall of Fame type of level. I don't ever think it's his fault for missing a couple touch shots that he's been making his whole career. I don't think that's fair. If you want to look at somebody to blame, I think I need to do better. I didn't shoot the ball as well as I need today, and I had some sloppy turnovers. I could have, taken command of the ball a little more, maybe down the stretch, and got us a little more organized or something. But I think he's been playing amazing. I think he does everything he can to win every single night. So,
obviously, any playoff loss is going to be tough to stomach. Is it a little tougher when it's a night where he's putting up these kind of numbers?
No, it's a night where it's when we're going to win. When we have the game in our hands like that, and we just kind of let it slip away over the course of a minute or two. It's real frustrating. But all in all, I think we're playing a great game. We just got to keep the good mindset. We're going back home, keep a mindset. It's going to be exciting. It's fun. This is what the playoffs are for. So we're up for the challenge.
With you and Joker playing the whole fourth, did fatigue set in? Was it just kind of a different...
Nah, man. No, I don't use that.
Yeah.
I play better when I'm tired, So I gotta go get the ball and do something.
2 games where you're right there in the fourth quarter. How much does that steal your resolve that you can beat them, and how much regret is there that it both slipped away?
It's not really, I wouldn't say regret. It's a team thing. You know what I'm saying? It's everybody to kind of be on the same. It's not one person that's messing up. So I think we just all got to be on the same page. And it sucks. It's sports, man. But the greatest thing is in a day and a half, we get to come back. We're going to go play the game in Denver, and then we get to come back. And we just got to keep that mindset. Like, it's not like we're playing a bad brand of basketball. It's not like we're playing on selfish. I just think it comes down to getting a couple stops to win the game, and they've been doing a good job of executing down the stretch. And, we'll be better.
How confident are you that we'll all be back here this weekend?
Very confident. I always am.
Just in those 2 games, they're obviously an extremely impressive team to have won as many games as they've won. What makes them so tough to put away just for 4 quarters?
I just think we're playing a good game. I just think we let it slip away at the end, and our rotations just weren't on point to end the game. Or we may have scored and they were coming back and we're calling 2 different defenses. He just messed up, and rotations may not be there. So it's a rough one. But I'm very confident in the group that we have, and we've been in a position before. So we'll get back to it.
You obviously know Lou Dort really well, competing against him, playing with him. What did you think about the impact that he was able to have in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, I mean, he's shooting open shots and making them and changing the game. Right.